Hello students, in our previous lecture we have gone through the basics of D and F block. Now in this video we will go for the another characters like chemical reactivity. Transition metals vary widely in their chemical reactivity. Many of them are sufficiently electropositive to dissolve in mineral acids, although a few are novel, that is, they are unaffected by simple acids. It's a very important thing. Copper are more reactive and are oxidized by one hydrogen ion. The metals of the first series, with the exceptions of copper, are relatively more reactive and are oxidized by H ion, though the actual rate of which these metals react with oxidizing agents like hydrogen ion is sometimes slow. Second is the magnetic property. It is very important. Substance which contain species, atom, ion and molecules with unpaired electron is in orbitals are paramagnetic, and the with paired electron are diamagnetic. Paramagnetic substances are weakly attracted by the magnetic field. Strong attracted called ferromagnetic. Transition metals usually contain unpaired electrons, so it is paramagnetic. Paramagnetic behavior increase with increase in unpaired electron. Paramagnetism expressed in terms of magnetic moment, and it is related to number of unpaired electron. The formula is mu is equal to under root n plus 2 bm. The magnetic moments calculated from the spin only, whereas n is the number of unpaired electron, bm is the Bohr magneton, unit is mm, and bm is 9.27 into 10 to power minus 21. Single unpaired electron, a magnetic moment of 1.73 Bohr magnetons. Magnetic moment of an electron is due to its spin angular moment and orbital angular moment. These are few elements of D block who are showing the color, who are showing the magnetic property. Scandium, unpaired electron 0, so magnetic moment 0. Next is the formation of colored ion. We have seen the thing why any element is creating the color. The number of unpaired electrons, they are responsible for creating the color. When electron form a lower energy d orbital is excited to a high energy level d orbitals, the energy of excitation corresponds to the frequency of light absorbed. This frequency generally lies in the visible region. The color observed corresponds to the complementary color of the light absorbed. Whatever light color absorb frequency they are absorbing, emitting the same frequency. So we can see the same color. The frequency of the light absorbed is determined by the nature of the ligand. Zinc ion, cadmium ion, all d orbitals are fulfilled. Titanium ion, all our orbitals are vacant. So no dd transition occurs. Therefore, they don't absorb radiation, so they are colorless. We have some examples of color, like we can say scandium colorless, titanium 4 ion colorless, titanium 3 ion purple, vanadium 4 blue, vanadium 3 green, vanadium 2 violet, chromium 3 violet, manganese 3 violet, chromium 2 blue, manganese 2 pink, iron 3 yellow, iron 2 green, cobalt 3 blue, cobalt 2 pink, nickel 2 green, copper 2 blue, zinc 2 colorless. So different colors are available according to light absorption. Next is the formation of complex compound. Metal ions behind a number of anions or neutral molecule give complex. This is due to the comparatively smaller size of the metal ions, their high ionic charge and the availability to d orbital for bond formation. Formation of interstitial compound. What is an interstitial compound? Some one metal is present in the compound and the same metal of different valency come in between the metal, that compound. when small atoms like hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen are trapped inside the crystal lattice of metals. They are usually non-stoichiometric. Example are these. They are high melting points, higher than those of pure metals. They are very hard. Some bodies approach diamond in hardness. They retain metallic conductivity. They are chemically inert. Next is the alloy formation. Alloy is the hybrid metal. What is a hybrid metal? When we have the pure one metal, along with this some another metal is there, that is called the alloy. Because of the similar radii and other characteristic of transition metals, the alloys so formed are hard and have often high melting point. Like ferrous alloy, chromium, vanadium, tungsten, molybdenum and manganese are used for the production of variety of steel and stainless steel. Alloy of transition metal with non-transition metals such as brass, bronze. This is a very important thing. We should learn what is the composition of brass. Brass is the combination copper and zinc. Bronze is the copper and tin. Gunmetal is copper, zinc and tin. And stainless steel is carbon, iron, chromium and nickel. Next is the catalytic activity. Three factors are responsible for the catalytic activity: empty d orbitals, large surface area, variable oxidation state, and last one is able to complex compound. We have different we have a large number of list of catalytic compound in D block. The transition metals and their compounds are known for their catalytic activity. This activity is ascribed to their ability to adopt multiple oxidation state and to form complexes. Disproportionation. When a particular oxidation state becomes less stable relative to other oxidation state, one lower, one higher, it is said to undergo disproportionation. For example, manganese becomes unstable relative to manganese and manganese in acidic solution. Oxides and oxo anions of metals. The element of first transition series from variety of oxides to different oxidation state having general formula MO, M2O3, M3O6, MO2 and MO3. These oxides are generally formed by heating the metal with oxygen at high temperature. These are the examples. Scandium, they are creating their basic compound. Number of lists is here. In general, lower oxidation state metal is basic, high oxidation state metal is acidic, intermediate oxidation state is amphoteric. We can have the example MnO plus 2 basic, Mn2O3 plus 3 basic, M3O4 plus 8Y3 amphoteric, MnO2 plus 4 amphoteric, M2O7 plus 7 acidic. The highest oxidation number in the oxides coincides with the group number and is attained. Beyond group 7, no higher oxides of iron above Fe2O3 are known. Besides of oxide, oxocations stabilize. As the oxidation number of a metal increases, ionic character decreases. In a case of manganese, Mn2O7 is equivalent green oil. Even CrO3 and V2O5 have low melting point. In these higher oxide, the acidic character is predominant. First compound of this block is potassium dichromate Kr2O7. What is the process of formation? Number 1. Step 1. Dichromates are generally prepared from chromate, which in turn are obtained by the fusion of chromite ore with sodium or potassium carbonate in free access of air. The reaction with sodium carbonate occurs as follows. Second step, the yellow solution of sodium chromate is filtered and acidified with sulfuric acid to give a solution from which are orange sodium dichromate Na2Cr2O7 2H2O can be crystallized. Step 3, conversion of sodium dichromate in the potassium dichromate. The oxidation state of chromium, chromate and dichromate is the same. The chromate ion is tetrahedral, whereas the dichromate ion consists of two tetrahedrals sharing one corner with chromium oxygen chromium bond angle, that is 126. Chromate ion, dichromate ion. Sodium and potassium dichromate are strong oxidizing agents. Potassium dichromate is used as a primary standard in volumetric analysis in acidic solution. Its oxidizing action can be represented as follows. Acidified potassium dichromate will oxidize iodized to iodine, sulfides to sulfur, tin 2 to tin 4, iron 2 to salt of iron 3. The half reaction is noted below. Next is the potassium permanganate, KMnO4. It's a very popular compound because of ability of having the color. The color is pinkish violet. Potassium permanganate is prepared by fusion of manganese dioxide with the alkali metal hydroxide and an oxidizing agent like KNO3. This produces the dark green KMnO4 which disproportionate in a neutral and acidic solution give permanganate. The magnet and paramagnetic ions are tetrahedral. The green magnet is paramagnetic with one unpaired electron, but the paramagnetist is diamagnetic. It is a very important compound for old time. People are using this potassium permanganate for cleaning the well water. That's why it is called kuएं की लाल दवा. And in fact, in medical science, it is used for washing and cleaning. In fact, whenever any person is entering in the swimming pool, he is supposed to wash his or her feet in potassium permanganate water in a tub, then should enter in the swimming pool. And in fact, in this corona time, to washing the vegetable and fruits, it can be used. Thank you. Have a good luck.